very good afternoon to you all. Greetings from the Nordic Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Bangladesh. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to attend our launching event for the Bangladesh Investment Booklet 2021, published by the Nordic Chamber of Commerce and Industries in Bangladesh in cooperation with the Royal Norwegian Embassy, the Embassy of Denmark, and the Embassy of Sweden. At the onset, I want to thank Mr. Salman Rahman MP, Private Sector Industry and Investment Advisor to the Prime Minister, for graciously consenting to be the chief guest. Additionally, as special guests, we have with us Mohammed Sirazul Islam, Executive Chairman, Bangladesh Investment Development Authority, and Abu Hena Mohammed Rahmatul Muneem, Chairman, National Board of Revenue. I would sincerely like to thank them for being with us today. I also welcome Her Excellency Alexandra Berg von Linde, Ambassador of Sweden, Her Excellency Winnie Estrup Petersen, Ambassador of Denmark, His Excellency Espen Rikter-Svendsen, Ambassador of Norway, His Excellency Mohammed Nazmul Islam, Ambassador of Bangladesh to Sweden, Norway, and Finland, representatives of the Bangladesh Embassy in Copenhagen, Honorary Council, our esteemed colleagues Asif Khan, Barrister Omar Khan, and Snehashish Borua, contributors to the investment booklet, members of the NCCI, and business leaders present at the event. I am Mashur Rahman, Executive Director of the Nordic Chamber, your host for this event. Before starting off with the proceedings, I want to briefly introduce Nordic Chamber. NCCI started its journey in 2010 as a joint initiative of the Nordic Missions and Nordic Investors in Bangladesh. Our mandate is to promote the interests of Nordic businesses operating. We are cooperating with stakeholders, discussing and exchanging views on business conditions and issues affecting Nordic companies. Moreover, we work as a contact point for Nordic businesses looking to invest here. Previously, we have held seminars in association with the Nordic Missions here. The overwhelming support and positive response from all quarters made those events successful. Today's launch of Bangladesh Investment Booklet 2021 is a mere continuation of that effort. Without further ado, I would request Mr. Tahir Aman, President, NCCI, to commence the program with his welcome address. Tahir.
Thank you, Mashur. Honorable Chief Guest, Salman F. Rahman, Private Sector Industry and Investment Advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister. Special guests, Mohammed Sirazul Islam, Executive Chairman, BIDA, and Abu Hena Mohammed Rahmatul Muneem, Chairman, NBR. Guest speaker, His Excellency Mohammed Nazmul Islam, Bangladesh Ambassador to Sweden, Norway, and Finland. Your Excellencies, Ambassadors of Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, distinguished participants, fellow colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all and warm greetings from the Nordic Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Bangladesh. I would like to welcome you today to our launch event of Bangladesh Investor Booklet 2021 in cooperation with the Danish Embassy, the Royal Norwegian Embassy, the Embassy of Sweden in Dhaka. The year 2021 marks 50 years of independence of Bangladesh, and we have come a long way in the world stage. The Nordic countries recognized Bangladesh soon after our independence and have assisted in our growth in various ways. Our economy today is strong, export has increased, and we are an integral part of the global trade. The total trade volume with the Nordic countries is worth about 1.7 billion US dollars, and around 5% of the total export goes to the Nordic countries, which are important trading partners. Nordic countries are leading the way on issues of sustainable growth, innovation, and climate action. I believe that the Nordic companies can contribute largely to the long-term sustainable growth of Bangladesh through FDI in infrastructure, sustainable agriculture, power, telecommunication, healthcare, manufacturing and finance, with a particular focus on innovation, green transition, and climate sustainability. Bangladesh can greatly benefit from the knowledge and Nordic experience in the coming years. We are working relentlessly to get more Nordic companies to invest here and deepening our friendship. We commend the concerted work of the government of Bangladesh and all different levels to implement the digital Bangladesh of the Honorable Prime Minister, which will take the country forward to achieve the middle income status by 2024. Different ministries and offices of the government is working on several critical initiatives to build a sustainable environment for the private sector. The government of Bangladesh has adopted robust policies to assist foreign investment in the country. The Nordic businesses already have a strong presence in Bangladesh, and NCCI members are the market leaders in several sectors. Nordic Chamber has played an instrumental role since its inception in promoting the voice of Nordic companies. We hope to continue on assisting new investors by providing them support, and publication of this booklet is just another step in that direction. I hope this booklet will facilitate not just Nordic, but all investors interested in coming to Bangladesh and further boost the country in its meteoric economic growth. I want to express my gratitude on behalf of the NCCI to the Nordic ambassadors for their support of the Nordic Chamber's activities. Additionally, I also want to extend my appreciation to the contributors Edge Research and Consulting Limited, Legal Counsel, and Snehashish Mahmood and Company for their effort in making this booklet a success. I also want to acknowledge the support from the Graphic People team for designing this booklet. Lastly, I want to thank our stakeholders and members for your support and cooperation for the NCCI. Thank you. Back to you, Mashur.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your welcome remark. Now, I request His Excellency Espen Rikter-Svendsen, Ambassador of Norway, to deliver his address on behalf of the Nordic missions in Bangladesh.
Thank you very much, and thank you so much with its very impressive list of prominent speakers. To speak on behalf of the three Nordic ambassadors on this very auspicious occasion. A few words about the context and backdrop of today's event. Strategically situated between India, China, and the lucrative markets of ASEAN, Bangladesh is a country of vast opportunities and challenges. Identified as one of the next 11 by Goldman Sachs and included in the global growth generator countries, Bangladesh has maintained an impressive track record of growth and development in the past decade, with an economy growing at about 6% per year. With a population of nearly 165 million, sustained growth has generated higher demand and opportunity for the electricity, transport, and digital services notably. The Nordic countries, which here in Dhaka means Sweden, Denmark, and Norway, have all been close friends of Bangladesh ever since the country's independence. Bangladesh turns 50 this year, and our diplomatic relations with Bangladesh will hit the Golden Jubilee next year in 2022. Bangladesh, I would argue, has one of the most investor-friendly foreign direct investment regimes in the region. However, on a practical level, at times it can indeed appear challenging to foreign investors. The reality is that Bangladesh is still a frontier market country, and as such, there are numerous concerns and challenges facing investors from more modern jurisdictions and markets. Many of these challenges, however, although they may at times appear to be very difficult to deal with, can be overcome. The numerous foreign investment success stories demonstrate that Bangladesh is indeed a land of business opportunities that can be seized with the right guidance. Which brings me to today's event, the launch of the Bangladesh Investor Booklet 2021 by the Nordic Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It is my hope that this booklet may contribute towards minimizing the gap and promote Bangladesh as an attractive investment destination for Nordic companies. It contains valuable information, including a brief overview of Bangladesh, with economic insights highlighting existing policies and laws in place for the benefit of potential investors. The embassies of Denmark, Sweden, and Norway in Dhaka congratulate NCCI on this occasion and praise the initiative. We thank Edge Research and Consulting Limited, Legal Counsel, and Snashish Mahmood and Company for their valuable contribution to develop the booklet with all their technical expertise. The Nordic region benefits from strong institutional knowledge and practices, sophisticated companies with advanced technologies, and a sophisticated innovation infrastructure. The region enjoys another key competitive advantage. Nordic companies are perceived the world over as responsible, reliable, and knowledgeable partners. The number of Nordic businesses present in Bangladesh is not huge. However, the ones that are there have a strong presence with market leadership in several sectors. For example, Grameenphone, which is majority owned by Norwegian Telenor, is the largest mobile operator. H&M from Sweden is one of the biggest garment single buyers of Bangladesh, and Novo Nordisk from Denmark is the leader in the diabetes care. Nordic businesses in Bangladesh are leading the way on issues of sustainability, innovation, human rights, and climate action. We believe that Nordic companies can further contribute to the long-term growth of Bangladesh through FDI. Moreover, they will be able to assist Bangladesh through in the green transformation that is underway, and which will be a fundamental condition for future access to global markets. Could I also make the observation that in the coming time, when Bangladesh and the world is striving to overcome the setbacks of COVID-19, Nordic businesses are well placed to provide solutions and innovations that can help us through this transition. To sum up, Bangladesh can greatly benefit from the knowledge and Nordic experience. The Nordic embassies and the NCCI are working relentlessly to get more Nordic companies to invest here and deepening our friendship. It is our hope that the booklet will be useful for Nordic current and potential investors in making decisions to explore, partner, and grow along with the progress of Bangladesh. We highly commend the efforts by the Nordic Chamber of Commerce and Industry for holding up Bangladesh to Nordic business community through the publication of this handy booklet. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your valuable time and unwavering support for the NCCI. I would also like to thank Her Excellency Winnie Estrup Petersen, Ambassador of Denmark, and Her Excellency Alexandra Berg von Linde, Ambassador of Sweden, for their support. I would now like to invite Asif Khan, Managing Partner, Edge Research and Consulting Limited, Barrister Omar H. Khan, Managing Partner, Legal Counsel, and Snehashish Barua, Founding Partner, Snehashish Mahmood and Company, who have contributed to the booklet to deliver their respective addresses.
Ambassadors and member of the NCCI, warm greetings from my side. First of all, I would like to thank NCCI for taking this wonderful initiative and making Edge a part of the project. And I would also like to thank the co-contributors, the Legal Counsel, Snehashish Mahmood and Company, and finally, graphic people for the beautiful design of this booklet. So at Edge, we predominantly work with international investment funds, commercial banks, DFIs, and help them make better investments in Bangladesh. And from our experience, what we have noticed is that oftentimes foreign investors are unaware of the economic fundamentals of the country, the strong fundamentals. And Bangladesh, if we look at the numbers, has a very enviable track record of growth, and that too with fairly low levels of debt, and one of the best currency performances in the frontier countries and emerging countries. And this needs to be highlighted and showcased through initiatives such as this investor booklet. So this is one thing we try to do. Secondly, the country, as mentioned by the previous speakers, has a large population and a large addressable market. As the per capita income is growing, this market size will only keep on growing. So there are a lot of opportunities for foreign businesses, including from those from the Nordic region, to basically participate in the growth of the country. And we have tried to highlight a few of those sectors. Finally, I hope that the booklet becomes a great success in driving increased cooperation between the Nordic region and Bangladesh in some of the key areas such as sustainability, FDI, BPO, and technology investing, which Nordic countries are very famous for. Thank you.
Dear Honorable Chief Guest, respected special guests, respected excellencies, esteemed members of NCCI and dear participants, good afternoon. I am Barrister Omar H. Khan. I'm the head of Chambers of Legal Counsel, which is a full-service corporate law firm based in Dhaka and Chattogram. And this is my great privilege and honor to address this distinguished forum today. It is also a delightful honor for us to participate in the preparation of this unique investment booklet as a content contributor. We have had the privilege to work for all 3 Nordic embassies operating in Bangladesh and kind of a dozen of acclaimed Nordic companies operating here. We have found that the corporate governance levels of these Nordic companies are immaculate, not only in the Bangladeshi context, but also they excel within the global context. So they place enormous importance in ensuring all kinds of legal and regulatory compliances. It is therefore imperative for the Nordic companies to ascertain the scope of applicable laws and the legal regime of the country within which they operate. I believe that the booklet will provide a real-time and a vivid depiction of the rudimentary yet very important aspects of the law of Bangladesh related to trade and investment, amongst other things of the booklet. More and more business-friendly laws have been enacted and all laws have been amended in order to facilitate international trade and investment, intellectual property rights, competition law, consumer protection, ICT, and other areas of law have been modernized. Economic zone of various kinds have been built, and many are on their way of inauguration. Infrastructure and energy-related matters have seen unprecedented development. So come and explore the abundance of investment facilities that Bangladesh has offered. The booklet is also launched in 2021, which is a very special and important year for Bangladesh as we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of our victory. And the world has been continuously and curiously witnessing the fascinating and continuing economic, social, and other progression of Bangladesh, particularly throughout the last decade. So it is the high time that the Nordic countries and other business houses provide greater consideration in investing in Bangladesh and in bilateral trade. So I again take this opportunity to thank NCCI to allow legal counsel to participate in this noble initiative, which may benefit Bangladesh and all Nordic companies to a large extent in terms of taking their business-related or investment-related decisions. Thank you very much.
So, Honorable Chief Guest, special guests, Honorable Norwegian Ambassador in Bangladesh, and Honorable Ambassador of Bangladesh in Nordic countries, NCCI members, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all. And it is really a great pleasure for me to be here with all of you in this launching event. And I can track back my association with NCCI since 2012 as a professional. So I would like to thank NCCI for making this happen, especially the current board led by Mr. Tehrin Aman and the ED, Mr. Mashur Rahman. In fact, 3 of us, we conceptualized this back in March 2021, and this has happened so rapidly that it is live within August 2021. And as our Norwegian ambassador has rightly mentioned, this country is a land of immense opportunities, and we are really marching towards those growth under the effective leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina, the daughter of our father of the nation. So, and in recent times, we have seen she has been supported by some fellow colleagues and people, and this government has taken very proactive measures in bringing reforms for improving the business environment, especially ease of doing business under the direct supervision of our today's chief guest, Mr. Rahman. And if you look the OSS rule, this has given a lot of opportunities for foreign investors. Already 47 services out of probably 154 business services, and for 15 NBR is also not lagging behind, and this year we have seen sharp increase in approximately 20% growth in revenue collection despite this ongoing COVID-19 effect. And this is really very remarkable achievement from NBR point of view. And more or less, even after this growth, the government has taken the courage to give or introduce more tax exemption. So this year Finance Act has introduced a lot of exemptions, which you will see at least 6 or 7 different industries comprising IT-enabled services, IT hardware, light engineering, technical training, and so on. And side by side, you will see the private sector SEZs are already operational, and public sector SEZs are on the pipeline. And we believe as government have got the vision of digital Bangladesh, the automation is not so bad, because the OSS service is fully automated. And if you look into especially from the VAT side, now you can do VAT registration online, you can pay VAT online, you can also submit your VAT return online, and there are a lot of services which has been brought under this automation thing. And I believe NBR chairman is also working that this year the individuals can also file tax return online, and also side by side, maybe in near future the corporates will be able to file VAT online too. And I believe all these advances will help Bangladesh, as a preferred investment destination for all the foreign investors. And this comprehensive booklet, which has been drafted by 3 of us, and this is basically a study of Bangladesh as an investment destination. So I would like to request our, Nordic partners that do, publicize about Bangladesh opportunities, and I believe they will find it worthwhile. And we hope this report serves as a ready reckoner for prospective investors planning to invest in this riverine country. Thank you very much for your patience hearing, and I believe Nordic, embassies will help NCCI in taking this project so that all these updated things are published on a yearly basis. Thank you very much for your patience hearing.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Nashiza, Asif, and Omar. Now I'd like to invite His Excellency Mohammad Nazmul Islam, Ambassador of Bangladesh to Sweden, Norway, and Finland, to deliver his address.
Honorable Advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister on Private Sector Industry and Investment, His Excellency Salman Rahman, MP, Mr. Muhammad Sirazul Islam, Executive Chairman, BIDA, Mr. Abu Hena Muhammad Rahmatul Muneem, Chairman, NBR, Ambassadors of Sweden, Denmark, and Norway to Bangladesh, President and members of NCCI. Very good morning from Stockholm. I am very happy to join this launching event of Bangladesh Investment Booklet 2021, for particularly aimed for Nordic investors. I'd like to express my deep appreciation and a special thanks to NCCI for this wonderful initiative. Thanks also for inviting me on this very special occasion. Bangladesh is one of the fastest growing economies of South Asia and has made remarkable progress in reducing poverty and improving social indicators. Under the visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, our per capita income almost tripled over the last 12 years, and we have an impressive foreign currency reserve, the second highest in South Asia. Our achievement in women empowerment is simply outstanding. In gender equality, our ranking is 47 among the committee of 144 nations, the highest in South Asian countries. As a responsible member of global community, Bangladesh continues to share and promote the value of peace, human rights, inclusiveness, and tolerance. We strongly oppose and fight all ideas that nurture any kind of extremism. We also deplore any exclusion or discrimination against any people based on ethnicity or religion or anything else. Our father of the nations dreams of Sonar Bangla, a secular, democratic, prosperous, and stable Bangladesh, is being realized under the dynamic and pragmatic leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. The people and government of all Nordic countries not only extended their support during our War of Liberation in 1971, not only they recognized us immediately after our independence, they also stood us in terms of supporting our war-ravaged economy. While they still remains long-term development partners of Bangladesh, I am happy to mention that an increasing trade and investment partnership has now taken the front seat in our bilateral relation. Although we have so far received decent investment from Nordic countries, there exists immense potentials to enhance and improve our trade and investment relations with Nordic countries. We'll be celebrating 50 years of our diplomatic relations with the Nordic countries in 2022. Taking this opportunity, I'm expressing my sincere thanks to our Nordic friends for their wholehearted support all these years. We need to continue to work together to heighten up our trade and business to mark this milestone of our relation. We have been receiving reports that some Nordic countries are relocating their factories from China to Indonesia and Vietnam. We all need to work together to find some ways to attract them to come to Bangladesh. Finally, I would like to add that Bangladesh Investment Booklet 2021 is a very praiseworthy and timely initiative by NCCI in collaboration with the Nordic embassies of Dhaka, of Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. This booklet definitely help the present and future potential investor to know our investment environment, laws and regulations, overall business and investment scenario. I again would like to thank NCCI and other associates to publish this booklet. We would like to upload the booklet in our website and also would like to share it with the local business authorities, with the business chambers and the business councils. I'll be very happy if you arrange to share it with us once it is ready. I wish the publication a great success. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for your support of the Chamber and the kind words. May I request special guest, Mohammad Sirazul Islam, Executive Chairman, Bangladesh Investment Development Authority, to kindly say a few words now, please.
His Excellency, Mr. Salman Rahman MP, Private Industry and Investment Advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister, today's Chief Guest, distinguished Chairman of National Board of Revenue, Mr. Abu Hana Muhammad Rahmatul Muneem, Excellencies, Ambassadors of Denmark, Norway, and Sweden in Bangladesh, His Excellency Bangladesh Ambassador to Sweden, Norway, and Finland, distinguished President of Nordic Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Bangladesh, and a distinguished moderator, esteemed participant, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, and a very good afternoon to all of you. I extend my warm greetings on behalf of the Bangladesh Investment Development Authority, BIDA. It gives me immense pleasure that NCCI, in collaboration with Nordic embassies, is publishing the Bangladesh Investment Booklet, which will be showcasing our country to Nordic investors with the aim of fostering business relationship that offer mutual value and benefit. Of course, this, as it was mentioned, this book will also facilitate information to other investors other than the Nordic ones. Dear participants, Bangladesh is one of the most resilient, stable, and fastest growing countries in the world. Several factors like our strategic location, access to global trading routes, vibrant domestic market, high profitability, skilled workforce, and flexible cost, lucrative incentive, etc., make it a very ideal investment destination. Bangladesh is yet to utilize its valuable resources to the fullest capacity. The government, under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, has undertaken many pragmatic initiatives to build a network of advanced infrastructure across the country in an effort to improve the business climate and stimulate foreign direct investment. Almost all of our sectors are open for private investment. We have sectors that possesses high potential to fetch billions in investment and export earnings. These third sectors include RMG, agro-processing, IT and ITS, light engineering, leather and leather goods, pharmaceuticals, frozen foods, tourism, and healthcare. Dear participants, as Bangladesh's apex investment promotion agency, BIDA is supporting the growth of the private sector through its non-stop focus on business climate reforms and digitization of investor services. We are removing business barriers through modernization and reforms, reducing cost and processes. Despite the challenges of the pandemic, we have raised the number of G2B services available in our online one-stop service portal to over 50, it's exactly 51 at the moment. And another 5 services will be integrated with the BIDA versus portal within next 2 weeks. Let me also share with you, we signed 5 MOUs with even private sector stakeholders to integrate their services with BIDA OSS. Services delivery now is speedier and more transparent. For example, we are providing project registration within just 24 hours. Dear participants, at BIDA, we invest in fostering partnerships that help us promote Bangladesh to key markets that offer high-value FDI and long-term sustainability for the growth of our private sector. We value the great partnership we have with the Nordic nations, Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, and we are thankful for the hard work of the NCCI. I'll not take up more time. I congratulate the NCCI for Bangladesh Investment Booklet, which effectively highlights the attractiveness of our economy, liberal investment regime, and unique sectoral opportunities. I believe Bangladesh Investment Booklet will play a pivotal role to attract Nordic investors to Bangladesh. As the country's apex IPA, BIDA will work closely with NCCI to attract more Nordic investments. We will also continue to ensure the smooth entry, operation, and growth of Nordic business in Bangladesh. With that being said, I look forward to listening to our chief guest because he speaks so well and he has so much experience in the private sector. We always, in fact, want to listen to him. Before I conclude my remarks, let me render my heartfelt felicitation once again to the organizers, contributors to the booklet, and the moderator. I thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable speech. And before we move on to our chief guest, we have another very special guest with us, Abu Hena Mohammad Rahmatul Muneem, Chairman, National Board of Revenue. Sir, could I please request you to deliver your address?
Thank you. Respected chief guest, Salman F. Rahman, private sector investors and industry advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister. special guest, Executive Chairman, Bangladesh Investment Development Authority, Mr. Sirazul Islam, Bangladesh Ambassador to Sweden, Norway and Finland, Mr. Nazmul Islam, Excellency Ambassadors Norway, Sweden and Finland, BCCI President and members of the BCCI, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all. First of all, I would like to thank you very much for inviting me to attend the launching event for Bangladesh Investment Booklet, compiled and published by Nordic Chamber of Commerce and Industries in Bangladesh. No doubt that it is a worthy document, and I really appreciate NCCCI for these initiatives. Bangladesh is an emerging economy. Domestic market is growing rapidly, which is creating opportunities for the investors. Government is also very keen to provide possible support to foreign investors. The National Board of Revenue is working tirelessly to assist all stakeholders, including foreign investors in Bangladesh. We are constantly updating and adopting digitization to cater to the business community. The economy of the country is robust and stable, which makes it an attractive destination for Nordic investments. Additionally, the government has provided various incentives to promote investment and growth in the countries. Our new Value-Added Tax and Supplementary Duty Tax Act 2012 has been implemented on July 2019. This new act is very modern, taxpayer friendly, revenue friendly, and development friendly. Some measures have been taken also to simplify the process. Online VAT registration has been introduced, and taxpayers get VAT registration within 3 working days. A taxpayer can submit VAT return through online. Moreover, he can deposit VAT through e-payment or e-challan. We have established help desks in all VAT commissionerate to assist the taxpayers. We are providing a wide range of VAT exemption facilities in manufacturing sector also. VAT exemption on different services have been given for investment in Beja High-Tech Park and PPP projects. Export-oriented industries are also enjoying VAT exemption on several services like water, gas, electricity, etc. VAT exemption has been given to manufacture of air conditioner, refrigerator, mobile phone, motor car, and IT sectors also. We are also giving, from this year, we also introduced VAT exemption to manufacturing washing machine, microwave, electrical oven, and some other household appliances. Also, we have given to manufacture various kinds of agricultural machinery. We have given VAT exemption to various agricultural machinery also. Regarding income tax facilities to support investment, income tax law Bangladesh provides tax incentives in 21 sectors to attract local and foreign investors in Bangladesh. Some, for example, in case of export processing zone, industries established in EPZ will enjoy tax exemption from 100% to 25%. Like the same way, industries in Beja area high-tech park area enjoys a good or handsome package of VAT exemption. We are also providing customs duty support to import raw materials and machineries. For easy remittance of the profit, we have signed double taxation avoidance agreement with many countries. I think Norway, Denmark, and Sweden is also our partner with whom we have signed double taxation avoidance agreement, and we are always ready to sign with any other interested countries. I believe all the facilities, rules, regulations have been clearly spelled out in the Bangladesh investment booklet. Our objective is not only to collect revenue, but to create environment to generate revenue. We strongly believe that more investment creates more employment, more consumption, more flow of revenue from different sources in different forms, like customs, VAT, and income taxes. So we want more investment, and we'll continue our reasonable, logical, and rational support. I hope entrepreneurs of Nordic countries will come forward to invest in Bangladesh. Finally, I would like to thank the Nordic Chamber of Commerce and Industries for giving me the opportunity to share with you. And thank you all for giving me patient hearing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your address. You would be happy to know that the NCCI organizes regular events regarding the budget with our consultant. We would greatly appreciate if your office would include us in the pre-budget consultation so that we can highlight our observations from the members. Today, we have with us Mr. Salman Rahman, MP, Private Sector Industry and Investment Advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister, who has graciously consented to be the chief guest at our event. And he's the much-awaited speaker today. His oratory skills and erudite approach to speaking evades no one. So we are excited to invite him to kindly deliver his address. Sir.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Distinguished President of the Nordic Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Excellencies, Ambassadors of the Nordic countries, Excellency, the Bangladesh Ambassador within Sweden, my colleagues, the Chairman of BIDA and Chairman of NBR, other members of the Nordic Chamber, Assalamu alaikum. As you know, this is the month of August. This is the month of mourning for us. On 15th August, we lost our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. I take this opportunity to recall with deep respect the father of the nation and all other members of his family who were brutally assassinated on that fateful night on the 15th of August. I would like to take this opportunity to really congratulate the Nordic Chamber for taking this initiative, and I would say a very timely initiative for publishing this booklet, investment booklet. In fact, initiatives like this are very, very much needed. We were recently on road shows promoting Bangladesh in the United States. And in one of the events, we had Mr. Larry Summers, the former Treasury Secretary of the United States, address us. And during the question-answer session, he was asked that what should Bangladesh be doing more for promoting investment? And he answered and he said that the problem with Bangladesh is that you are under the radar and you need to really brand yourself, and more information about Bangladesh should be actually shared with potential investors worldwide. And So I really appreciate the Nordic Chamber's initiative. This is actually in part of the overall Bangladesh government's policy of branding Bangladesh, of making aware the opportunities in Bangladesh to potential investors worldwide. And so I'm sure that this initiative of yours will also contribute towards that objective of the governments. So I thank you again. I would also like to thank the three authors of the booklet. I'm sure you all have put a lot of hard work into producing this booklet, although I haven't had a chance to see it as yet, but I'm sure you will be sending it to me, and that it is going to be of very high standard and high quality. So I give in advance congratulations to the three authors for producing this booklet. As you have heard from the various speakers, and especially from His Excellency, the Ambassador of Norway to Bangladesh, that there is a lot of potential for investment in Bangladesh. And already we have, and he rightly mentioned the three examples which he gave, are three very successful foreign investors in Bangladesh. And what I would say over here is that he also mentioned about challenges. And that is something which from the government side, we are very much conscious of. That although that there is huge amount of potential in Bangladesh, but there are also a number of challenges. And these are being addressed by the government. We have taken note of the feedback which we receive from our foreign friends and from our foreign investors and the businessmen who keep coming and saying the difficulties and the problems that at times they confront or they face. One of the issues which we have been trying to, and which has comes up a number of times, is the ease of doing business index with the World Bank. And we have, we do realize that our ranking in that index is can be much, much better. And we are working very hard towards improving that. Before the COVID set in last year, we were among the 10 top reformers in the world as far as the ease of doing business index was concerned. This year, of course, the World Bank hasn't published the index. Next year, when they do, we are hoping that we will have some improvement in the our ranking. But we are targeting that by 2022, we should have a substantial and significant improvement in our ranking in the ease of doing business. The reason for this is that there are two, basically it is a two-pronged attack. One is, and which has already been mentioned, is that the digitalization, most of the services are now, we are trying to digitalize it. All government services we are wanting to give online. And there are a number of some very important achievements have taken place, and also it's in place. For example, the BIDA is now doing a one-stop service. They are going into signing agreements with many service providers. A number of them have already joined the one-stop platform of BIDA. And also the other thing which we are doing is that the one-stop platforms which are there for BESA and for BEBSA and the High-Tech Park Authority, we are bringing all of these. We want a seamless connection between all of these via the BIDA online service. So the idea is that you go into the BIDA service first, you form the company, and then from there you can go to the respective other services, whichever you chose to go to, whether it is BESA or BEBSA or the High-Tech Park Authority. So these are the steps which we are taking. You heard from the chairman of the National Board of Revenue, the steps the Board of Revenue is taking to make revenue collection easier, assessment easier. And actually, he mentioned something, he gave a lot of details on the exemptions and on the concessions which we are providing. But at the same time, I think more than the concessions and the incentives which are provided, I have my feedback from the foreign investors is that many of them say that we have no issues with paying taxes. We would like to pay tax, we would like to pay the VAT, but we want the environment to be such that we can do it easily and without hassle. And I think the chairman is actually working towards that. He has mentioned that we are doing all the VAT online and the income tax online. So as soon as everything is digitalized, this will improve the investment climate in Bangladesh will improve even much more. I would also like to mention that there is another area where we are very keen, and that is the agriculture and agro processing area. And that's somewhere, and there also huge technological advances are taking place. And the Nordic countries are doing a lot of research and innovation as far as agriculture is concerned and as far as agro processing is concerned. Traditionally, Nordic countries have been doing this. And I would request through the Nordic Chamber and as well as the Excellency ambassadors who are present, that if we could try to attract investors in this field from the Nordic countries. And in addition to that, the IT area is another area, Digital Bangladesh, as you know, that is another area of big potential. I know already from the Nordic countries, there are a number of investors who are already working in the IT field, but I think there is a huge amount of potential for this to grow much more. And so I think that's another area where we could move forward and work on that. As you know, the Honorable Prime Minister is very, very keen under a dynamic leadership. She has made it very, very clear that the driving force for the growth of the economy is the private sector, and that the government should act as a facilitator, and it is actually the private sector which will come forward and do the actual investing, the actual production. And that is because of that and because of the private sector involvement in all areas of the economy which Honorable Prime Minister has opened up, is why we have been able to come to this the kind of achievements in the kind of economic achievements which we have made in the past, in this last 10, 11 years since Prime Minister came to power. I will conclude, but before concluding, I would also like to mention that you see the economy is doing well. The purchasing power is of the people are increasing every day, so the domestic market is increasing. There is a huge possibility for export market. We are strategically located, and just one thing I would like to say is that you see the macroeconomic indicators of Bangladesh is very, very strong. The three most important indicators for any economy is the exchange rate, the inflation rate, and the interest rate. And we find that our inflation rate is very well within limits. In spite of the COVID, we have done it's about 5% plus. Interest rates is really, we have made remarkable achievement as far as interest rates goes. They've really come down now. The lending rate is as low as 6 to 7%. And the exchange rate also, Bangladesh has, in this entire region, Bangladesh has a very good record of a stable exchange rate, especially over the last 10 to 11 years. Our exchange rate has not fluctuated. If you look at the graph, it would be more or less a straight line. So I would request when you do update the booklet, or maybe these macroeconomic indicators may already be mentioned in the booklet, but these are the, you should also mention these issues, because these are very, very important indicators for potential investors who would like to invest in Bangladesh. The other thing I want to say is that we are updating the laws, which has been mentioned by one of the speakers. But the two most important laws which we are updating, one is the Company Act and the other is the Bankruptcy Act. These two are very, very important laws which we are wanting to update. And also we are updating the Banking Regulations Act, the insurance companies. So all the laws are being updated, and that will also contribute a lot towards improving the investment climate in Bangladesh. So with these words, again, I want just another thing which I would wanted to point out is that the resilience of the Bangladesh economy. As you know, that during the COVID, we are the fastest growing economy in the region. We have, even in spite of the COVID, we have registered a growth rate of over 5%. And the Asian Development Bank has now predicted that next year we will grow over 7%. So the Bangladesh the people are very, very resilient. And I think it's been a contribution of not only the people, but also the foreign investors who are operating in Bangladesh. They also have contributed to this resilience. So with these words, again, congratulating Nordic Chamber for taking this very timely initiative, for producing this booklet. And I wish Nordic Chamber further success in their endeavors. And from our side, from the government side, any assistance or any kind of guidance or help you need, please feel free to contact us. Thank you very much. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu, Bangladesh Chirojibi Hope.
Thank you very much, sir, for your address. You'd be happy to know, as you mentioned, the agricultural sector and the ITES sectors have been highlighted in our booklet. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule and applaud your vision and effort to improve the ecosystem to attract investment in Bangladesh, sir. I would now kindly request you to officially announce the launch of the booklet while I can show it on full screen.
So it gives me extreme great pleasure to announce the formal launching of the Bangladesh Investment Booklet 2021, published by the Nordic Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Bangladesh. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. If I can just show a first couple of pages. I just wanted to show the sector profiles we have included in the booklet: energy and renewables, digital economy, agriculture and agricultural processing, RNG, transport and logistics. And we also have the Bangladesh Economic Outlook. Then we move on to the laws and procedures slide, which is legal counsel's tour, taxation policies by Snehashish Mahmood and Company, and sector profiles by Edge Research and Consulting Limited.
Very nice. It looks very, very nice. Send me a copy. Send me a soft copy.
Of course, sir. Of course, sir. We will send everyone a soft copy, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now I would like to call upon Mr. Anshuman Mitra Mustafi, Treasurer of NCCI and Country Representative of MERS, Bangladesh, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the organizers. Anshuman.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure and an honor. Respected and our most distinguished guest, Salman F. Rahman. Respected special guests, Mohammed Sirazul Islam, Executive Chairman of BIDA. Our respected special guest, Mohammed Sirazul Islam, Executive Chairman BIDA. Abu Hena Mohammed Rahmatul Muneem, Chairman NBR. Your respective excellencies, Winnie Estrup Petersen, Espen Rikter-Svendsen, Alexandra Berg von Linde, Mohammed Nazmul Islam, Bangladesh Ambassador to Sweden, Norway, and Finland. The booklet contributors, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor to propose the vote of thanks to all of us who have helped us in making the launch of Bangladesh Investment Booklet 2021 such a resounding success. First of all, I would like to mention my appreciation for the chief guest, Mr. Salman Rahman, for gracing today's event. Your judicious observations and relentless efforts in attracting foreign and direct investments to Bangladesh has greatly helped the country achieve the high GDP growth during the past years. Thank you for your interesting address and outlook. We are grateful to our special guests, Mohammed Sirazul Islam, Executive Chairman of BIDA, Mr. Abu Hena Rahmatul Muneem, Chairman of NBR, for accommodating the NCCI in their already packed schedule. I thank them for their insightful speech, highlighting the competitiveness of Bangladesh market as an attractive destination for FDI. We all can surely agree as members of business fraternity that foreign direct investments will benefit the local economy in more than one ways. I would also like to express our sincere thanks to His Excellency Mohammed Nazmul Islam, Bangladesh Ambassador to Sweden, Norway, and Finland, for his address. NCCI hopes to remain connected with your officer to attract Nordic investments for Bangladesh. I would also like to thank Mr. Asif Khan, Barrister Omar F. Khan, Snehashish Barua for their address and valuable contribution for their respective organizations in making this booklet a success. I would also like to thank graphic people for designing the booklet. Additionally, I would also like to take this opportunity to place on record our hearty thanks to Her Excellency Alexandra Berg von Linde, Her Excellency Winnie Estrup Petersen, and His Excellency Espen Rikter-Svendsen for their unrelenting support in the NCCI's journey over the years. We are truly indebted to your able vision and guidance, which has proven instrumental in our success. The vote of thanks would remain incomplete if I were not to mention the able leadership of Tari Rahman, the President and the Executive Committee of the Nordic Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Bangladesh, which has worked tirelessly not only to make today's event a success, but to help NCCI achieve such great heights. Thank you. We would also like to thank our platinum donors and sponsors, the graphic people, software people, Novo Nordisk, Maersk, Ala Food, Aman Spinning Mills, Pran Dairy for their invaluable support. Finally, I would like to thank the invited participants representing the various organizations and our friends in the media outlet who attended this event. We do hope you will follow the social media pages on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter of NCCI to stay up to date with our programs and events. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for being with us this afternoon. It's been a great pleasure, and I thank you for all your cooperation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Anshuman Mitra Mustafi, for your words. It was my pleasure to be your host today. We hope that the Bangladesh Investment Booklet 2021 will be beneficial for investors looking to invest in Bangladesh. Before calling an end to the event, I would request you to follow our LinkedIn, Facebook page regarding NCCI activities. Additionally, please reach out to the Secretariat if there are any concerns. Wishing you all a very, very good evening. Thank you very much for your attendance today. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.